Good morning, guys. This is Brian at Revive Life Spa. Michaela and I are back at it again. Today is day 8, and we are so excited as we are on this journey with cupping research. Remember that our goal is to find out what cupping is, what cupping is not. Does it work? Is it gross? Is it even actually beneficial? Does it hurt? Is it worth the hurt? All of these things are questions that have come up as we have been investigating, looking under every rock, looking behind every curtain, looking at the evidence or lack of evidence that has produced. But I think one of the best things to do is to talk to our research subject, to our model, to Michaela, because she was just the perfect fit for this. She's never had cupping. She's never had extreme or advanced body work done before. And being a kinesiology major, she does have an understanding of anatomy and what it feels like and movement. So we're going to talk with her for just a moment and get some feedback. So, Michaela, we're getting ready to start day 8. So thus far, tell me, have you even noticed any differences from cupping? I mean, on average, we've been doing like 5 to 8 minute sessions. We've been taking a very small section of the body at a time. Is this something you even think works?
So last week I was telling you guys, or a couple days ago I was telling you guys about how it was easier to breathe and everything. Well, yesterday I got my period. So I'm on my cycle now, and it was interesting because I knew that I was going to get it like this weekend sometime, but when it didn't, usually I get it on like a Thursday. When it didn't happen on Thursday, it's kind of like, okay, it'll happen like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday I woke up and I have my period, and usually I have cramps either right before I get my period, like the day before, and then the first 2 days of my period. And yesterday when I woke up and I had my period and I had no cramps and I had no pain, and I didn't have pain for most of the day yesterday. I would say for around like 30 minutes yesterday, I was actually in some kind of discomfort, but that could have been due to other things in my body. It was kind of at work and I couldn't go to the bathroom so I had to hold my bathroom. Yeah, it was really interesting to see that, and I noticed that my posture's getting better. Like I stand up straight. I used to like kind of like lean over and like kind of hunched, if that makes sense. Yeah, maybe.
It does. But as people are hearing this, I mean, seriously, just has anything else changed in your life? I mean, is the only stimulus that's occurring is cupping? Is that it? That's all that's different? You haven't started working out? You haven't started stretching? You haven't?
Nope. I mean, I've stretched a little bit, not very often. My sister stretches like every night before bed, so sometimes I'll stretch with her, but it's like 5 minutes of stretching. It's not anything like yoga or anything, but no, I'm not working out. I'm so busy with school and work and this, it's not easy to fit it in. I need to, but no, I haven't been, and so it's interesting to see that this is just cupping happening and this is what I'm seeing, as opposed to like if I was working out and doing this, then I could see like maybe it was actually me working out, but I can tell that this is actually just cupping that's working.
Okay. Well, that's pretty fascinating. I mean, to actually alter the level of intensity at which you would cramp. For guys, for some of y'all that are watching, you may think, well, you know, that's not really, I didn't really need to hear that this morning. But for those of you ladies that do cramp and do have bad cramps, this is major, because what we're seeing is that by the releasing of the abdominal wall muscles, we've released a lot of the hip muscles, we've released the thoracic cavity. You go back and watch the other videos, you would know what we've been doing. So today we're going to work the arms. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go through and work one arm for you with video, and then we'll sign off and we'll go work the other arm in a moment. So what we're going to do, we're going to put some topical lotion on here. And we're going to begin to trail through. What are you feeling, Michaela?
It's just a little uncomfortable when you get to the shoulder area when it gets kind of bony.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
So one of the things that you begin to notice how red it is. So what's happening in this first stage of cupping, the redness is not from us scraping the skin, because remember, we're using a really smooth glass canister, but we are breaking loose and ripping apart, if you will, the connective tissue between the skin and the muscle. That's causing a lot of blood to rush in. As blood rushes into the area, Michaela is working on her breathing. So she's putting a lot of oxygen into this blood. All right, let's catch the inner part of the arm.
This is gonna hurt just because of the sensitivity of the area.
Now, can you feel the gravelly texture?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
noticing that. I was
So-
wondering about that.
One of the things, when we go right through here, and I can actually feel this underneath my
Ow.
finger, there's a real gravelly texture, and I can even hear it popping. It's almost like
I'm sorry, I'm ticklish.
it's almost like small, the packing bubble wrap. That's what it feels like. So what that is, those are adhesions
That's that.
underneath the tissue. All right.
There's a lot of it in here then.
Yeah, there is a lot of it.
Is that normal to have a lot in there?
For male and female, it is normal to have right through here, to have a lot of adhesions in the tissue. Some people even have real bad stretch marks through here, or even have kind of the cottage cheese look, where it's like cellulite buildup through here, and that's just a real stagnant area that gets congested.
Okay.
So we're wanting to clear that up. So even though this is kind of a real sensitive area, this needs to be cleared up. We're catching all the tricep, all the bicep. So now what we're going to do, we're going to catch the forearm. Forearm's really important because all the finger movement that goes back and forth that occurs in the forearm. A lot of times, Michaela, for people that do typing and work on computers a lot, it's really, really hard on their forearms. So your wrist will begin to hurt. Oftentimes, people that go to a doctor because of wrist pain or because of numbing and tingling and burning, in their eval, the medical practitioner will find out that they maybe work at a desk, or they're an office assistant, or they're on their computer a lot, and they'll often get diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome or thoracic outlet syndrome. And one of the things that we commonly see as we start working on the forearm, the arm, the bicep, tricep, is that the pain and discomfort in the wrist actually begins to decrease and go away. So just because you might feel pain in the wrist does not mean something's wrong with the wrist.
Okay.
So if these muscles up here are really tight and they're all pulling into the wrist, what's naturally going to begin to hurt?
The wrist.
And you'll never know it, because the nervous system does not pick up the tight muscles here.
But it picks it up at the wrist.
But when it goes through this, there's a reticulum band here, so a piece of adipose or aponeurosis tissue that's just really tight, and it squeezes this bundle together right here, and that's what allows, that tension is what allows all this movement through here. If this band was snapped, everything would just come undone. And so, you're doing pretty good today. How's the level of intensity?
It's not as bad. The forearm isn't as bad as the upper arm, if that makes sense. I don't know why that is, but
Different parts of the body are just different in levels of sensitivity.
Yeah, the inside of the upper arm. Okay, that's.
Now, what's interesting is right here, we just hit a really bad injury. So we're gonna go really slow. Keep breathing. So we're at the same pressure, guys, and we've been doing really good,
geez.
even up all through here. This was real tender, but when we came into this area here, the tissue texture changed. Her level of intensity changed. And guys, we're not being mean to her. We're not hurting her. I mean, the process is hurting, but it's because we're in injured tissue.
Yikes. Oh man, that hurt.
Do your wrist ever hurt or hands?
My thumbs get cramped easily.
Okay, so her thumbs get cramped easily. How long has that happened?
Probably since I was like, like 13, 14.
Okay, so one of the things that we're going to be watching is we're going to be watching to see if this changes any.
Okay.
Okay? So it would be fascinating to see if this affects how this thumb feels. You see that injury right there? Now we've cupped all of this area here, and it's just been kind of light red. It's already going back to a real natural skin tone. But as we were cupping, we found strong injury through here. What's interesting is that she's been having trouble with her thumb for a good portion of her life. So we're going to pay attention and see if that thumb feels any different, because these muscles right here are in direct relation to movement of the thumb.
Yeah.
So let's go through and cup the hand.
Oh wow.
We do cupping on the hands to release body trash from the hands. People that have hands that are really tight and sore, maybe you've lost your grip, you drop things, you have achiness, or what would most people would refer to as, well, I have arthritis in my hands. We do cupping on the hands. You surprised at how tender that is?
Yeah.
Yep. So as the blood is carrying toxins, metabolic waste, lactic acid, trying to get it out of the body, when it goes through areas that are real tight like this,
Oh man. Oh.
a lot of that stuff gets trapped.
Man, that hurts.
And what we're finding is you've actually got quite a bit of injury in the hand as well.
Oh. Ah. Yeah, this hurts.
Keep breathing. And remember, guys, that this hurts Michaela, but we're not trying to hurt her. All that we're trying to do is maintain the same type of pressure that we've been using the whole time. So for the basis of our study, we're just trying to maintain same pressure. So it's not about trying to hurt this sweet lady. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And we're done. So what you'll notice is we've got some injury that has come up right through here, and that's where that bands begin to split right through here, and more injury right through here. So guys, we want to thank you for watching today, day 8 of the video, and we're going to sign off now. Kayla, you want to say anything to us?
No, I think I'm okay with it. But thank you guys. Keep on watching. I know it can get these videos can kind of get a little longer, sometimes a little repetitive. But it's interesting to find out what's going on as far as like what kind of injury I have for myself, and for everyone else watching. It's probably interesting to see how maybe you're watching because I'm getting injured as this happens, but it doesn't hurt all that bad when its cupping's gone. It doesn't hurt anymore. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Michaela. And listen, guys, have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow morning.